And Melissa, could you also keep track of the number of times that anyone uses any of these words properly, meaning that you use it according to these definitions, and there's a prize at the end for that. Okay, thank you. All right, we have one more, the timers. Please stand up and introduce your roles.
All right, I'm Mike. I'm helping her with the timer.
Yeah, hi.
So I just keep track of everybody's speeches and time. So if you're right before the limit, I'll, like when you pass the limit, I'll hold up a green. And then once you're getting around halfway, I hold up the yellow. And then if you're going over time, I hold up the red. And that means you should probably stop soon.
So, I've kept you all waiting long enough, and now I'm going to introduce our first speaker, which is Alex Matthews. So this is a little bit of information about Alex, but before we call him up, I have a wonderful introduction that he wants me to read out. Electromagnetic spectrum is the collective term for all frequencies and their linked wavelengths of the unknown photons. The electromagnetic spectrum extends from below the low frequencies used for modern radio communication to gamma at the short-term wavelength end, thereby covering wavelengths from thousands of kilometers down to a fraction of the size of an atom. Please welcome Alex Matthews to teach us more about the electromagnetic spectrum. And just to be clear, who's evaluating Alex? I know we had some things to shift around. Since George is here, there you go.
I thought I was doing the fourth, but I could definitely do them.
The fourth person, yes.
I could take care of them.
Yeah, take care of Alex.
You got it. Thanks, Mom.
Okay, people are laughing. They're not asleep yet. This is good. My speaking hasn't put you to sleep. How many of you understood my introduction? Raise your hand. That's not possible. I didn't understand my introduction. So today, we're going to put everything in layman's terms, and I'm going to take you to class. I know, more class. Between us, right here, there's something dangerous, even harmful to our bodies. Now, what might that be? Think. Between us. Bacteria?
Electromagnetic radiation.
Yes! Frequencies, to be specific. Frequencies, such as low frequencies, high frequencies, and medium frequencies. These frequencies look like this. In the space between me and you, there are these waves traveling. Low frequencies, the least harmful. Medium frequencies, it's getting there. High frequencies, run! So today I'm going to take you through 3 chapters and tell you just about how these frequencies you see in everyday life and they can harm you. Who to pick on? You, sir, you're not paying attention.
Yes, I am.
What is your name?
I'm Will.
Will. Will. When he just said his name, waves traveled from his mouth to our ears. These waves are low frequencies, and they happen all around us every day. These low frequencies can be your voice or even microwaves used to cook things. So they're not as harmful, but they can potentially be harmful. Low frequencies. An easier way to understand this, our Toastmasters, I'm going to pick on Tyler, because he was mean to me today. I was walking through the bookstore, and it smells nice in the bookstore. It's great. But then I see Tyler. And once I pass Tyler, I say, hey, and this wave of destruction of my nose just bam! and it smells so bad, I have to double take. And I'm like, was that Tyler? I was like, yes, it was Tyler. So this smell wasn't completely harmful, but it was definitely noticeable. Low frequencies, this is how you can remember this. Medium frequencies. Everyone look up. Behold, light. Now look back at me, please. Okay. This light has its own frequency. It's medium frequency. Each color of light has its own frequency it travels with. After a rain shower, when you see a rainbow, the light from the sun hits the raindrops, diffracts, and then the waves travel to your eyes. Different frequencies, different colors. Beautiful. Medium frequencies. Light, laser. These are more harmful than low frequencies. Obviously, if I shine this in your eye, G10, it's going to hurt a little. Medium frequencies are getting more harmful. Now, Tyler, hypothetically, if I was at the bookstore today around, say, 1 p.m., it smells good in the bookstore. It really does. But Tyler just passes by. I say, hey, Tyler. And then not only do I look back, I'm like, Tyler, dang! And then I offer him a piece of gum. No offense to Tyler, his breath doesn't smell that bad. But it's getting more harmful, the breath and the frequencies. Now, chapter 3, class. Thank you, Tyler.
It's all good.
High frequencies, our last chapter of the day. Can someone tell me how the World War II ended? What ended World War II? Justin.
Didn't someone surrender to someone?
Yes, but why did they surrender? What happened? Yes, she said it right. The atomic bomb killed hundreds of thousands of people. Not funny. And hundreds of thousands of more people died fast and slow due to radiation. And they got deformities from this and lived probably not so comfortably. These high frequency waves that we can't see can and will cause us pain and even death. It's not a joke. Now, a way to remember this by, Tyler, I'm gonna leave you, okay. I was on the bus today. It was 1 p.m. We all know how buses get at 1 p.m. at UGA. So I'm neck and neck on the bus. This girl's in front of me, okay? And man, this wave just comes over me. Destruction. This girl, no offense to the girl, she was a girl, okay? So this girl, and it smells horrible. Like her smell, her breath smells so bad. Her breath smells so bad. You can just trust me on this. The next stop came, she got off, and guess what? Her stank didn't. And then I turned around. It was Tyler. High frequencies, they can be harmful, even cause headaches, just like stank breath. Okay, we're done. In conclusion, these low, medium, high frequencies we can't see, but they can affect us. Low frequencies, such as our voice, radio waves, not as harmful. Medium waves, light we see in rainbows. And high frequencies that can kill us. And they use them in X-ray machines in the hospital, but they're not as dangerous. I'm a researcher in the UGA Wave Lab, and we study these waves daily. And it's interesting. And technology is changing, getting better, and they're creating more ingenious products. Does anybody have any questions about these waves? Okay. My UGA Wave Lab professor was presenting to us. And she gave a great presentation with vocal variety. She was using hand gestures. She even used visual aids. She gave a great presentation. And the only thing I got out of her presentation after the whole 30-minute ordeal was that her breath stank. So when you come up to the stage, please, people, please, eat a piece of gum. Thank you.
That was amazing. That was really good, Alex. What do we normally do at this time?
Evaluate.
You'll notice that there's no evaluation sheets. However, because we're thinking of ingenious ways to evaluate people, I want you to take the sheet of paper that has the agenda and write down Alex's name and then write down some feedback that you have for him. So evaluate him based on his humorousness. That's your project, right? Humorous. Yeah, to evaluate him on that. Why are we doing it this way, you probably ask? Well, one might say we forgot the evaluation sheets. One might also say that some people find it difficult to write in a little bit of space like this because they have a lot more to say. We might say that some people process this way, and so I want to give everyone an opportunity to do it the way that they feel is more comfortable for them. Or we could have left the evaluation sheets. And then we get done, pass those to the side.
You have to turn it on, too.
And I will also fulfill the roles of Fahim and collect the evaluation sheets as people finish them. Give you guys a few more seconds. Okay, I think we're all ready. Our next speaker, you've seen him in shows such as last week being the Toastmaster of the Day. He's also a genetics major, so he's super duper smart and understands all that electromagnetic spectrum stuff that Alex talked about. And he wants to be a motivational speaker when he, I guess, grows up or
Well,
at some point.
on the side.
On the side.
Maybe after retirement.
Maybe after retirement. Cool. Please welcome up Tyler Burnett. And his title is Face Fear.
Yep.
And for the timers, his speech is 4 to 6 minutes long.
If I behind every fear is the man or woman you want to be. I will tell you, I've come from very, very humble beginnings. I didn't have the traditional college route most people chose. I chose to work for a year, about a year and a half after high school, not knowing exactly what I wanted to do because, well, frankly, I was afraid of the decision. And after a while, I was sitting there, I was working in a tire shop, and I decided I don't want to do this the rest of my life. So I made the decision and I faced my fear. And that has been my basis pretty much my entire adult life, is facing my fears, going out and doing it. Because behind every fear is the person you want to be. Whether that's public speaking anxiety, whether it's fear of a class, whether it's fear of organic chemistry, or some other hard mathematical course that you would have to take maybe in engineering. It's important that you face your fears. Because I can tell you from my experiences through life that you need to. Because there's going to be a day, you know, we're going to get kind of deep here, guys, so put on your waders, okay? Put on your waders, we're going to get kind of serious. But there's going to come a day when you're not going to be able to do certain things. There's going to come a day when I can't go to the gym and I can't, you know, bench press because I'm too old. There's going to come a day when I can't do cleans and jerks and all the things I like to do at the gym. So you have to face your fears and do what you can now. My first major fear that I faced was rodeo. Ever since a kid, I looked at the rodeo cowboys on the screen that went and rode bulls, and I said, one day, I want to do that. I wasn't sure if I was ever going to be good at it, but I told myself that I want to go and I want to do that. I want to face my fear and become something, whatever that may be. And so I did. When I was 19, I drove down to Sulphur Springs, Florida, where Lyle Sankey, who is a two-time NFR champion, which is National Finals Rodeo, basically the Super Bowl for rodeo. Him and another guy were holding a rodeo school, and I learned how to ride bulls. And I got on my first few bulls and fell in love with it. And I faced my fear. I will tell you, when I was looking at that chute, at that bull, saying, what in the hell did you get yourself into, Tyler? Honestly, that is what I was thinking. But I faced my fear, and the person I was coming out of facing that fear is a completely different person. Because after